Hi again guys, and welcome to another tune setup for one of the 1.40 vehicles, this time the Tundra. Now instead of a circuit tune, which we will probably do on the channel down the line anyway, this is a rally build, and in particular I wanted this one to have the same kind of vibe that some of my rally muscle car tunes have, which is more so fun than just trying to be the fastest. But, as it turns out, this thing is fast anyway. Very fast, in fact. Now, I haven't fully tuned it. As you can see, you're looking at about 540 horsepower, so the peak of N500. But as far as the tuning goes, the most important single thing to do first is to make sure that up here, you've got it set on dirt. Because if you have it set on road and then do all the settings and then go onto a dirt track, you'll lose everything because the game will swap it to a dirt setup and you'll go to all different settings. So make sure you do that correctly. Then as far as the upgrades, I have fully upgraded the power and the weight, but of course you don't necessarily have to do that yourself. I've dropped the weight as far as it can go. As I said, tuned it up to N500. I wanted it to be a little bit more realistic than like a 700 horsepower truck, but of course, you could take it higher if you want to, or vice versa. If you want it to be less powerful, for instance. Traction control you definitely want turned off. We've got dirt tyres, of course. As far as the suspension, as I said, it's more so for fun, so a very similar setup to what I would do with those muscle cars. Really high ride height on the springs, the lowest possible frequency, the lowest anti-roll, the lowest compression and rebound on the dampers. So in other words, you've got real boat-esque steering, which makes it a ton of fun. Of course, it's not practical for actually racing in real life, because in like a Dakar rally, you'd be bottoming out and smashing components all the time. So of course it's for fun, it's not supposed to be realistic. We've got half a degree of camber. You don't really need that, to be fair. You could give it 0 if you want to. And we've got neutral toe as well. Downforce, of course, does not apply. For the diff, I would strongly recommend the lowest all round. But of course, you can mix and match if you want to, see what works best for you. And finally, for the gearbox, I wanted it to have kind of a close ratio setup, like a rally truck. And so, to do that, you want the fully customized transmission, an auto setting of 112, which is not quite the lowest, but it's pretty close to it. Then for the individual gears, we've got first gear all the way to the right for acceleration off the line, then all the way to the right for second, all the way to the right for third, all the way for fourth, then 1375 for fifth, and 1150 for sixth. So you've still got decent top speed, but it's more so about getting through the gears really quick and it feeling like this rabid, bouncing around kind of rally truck. Of course, that's the whole point. And then the final drive is 3.55. So that's it for the setup. Of course, you could give it less power, you could give it more power, you could make it heavier, you could change the diff, all that kind of stuff. But what you want to see at the end of the day is what can this do on the dirt? Well, as it turns out, what it can do on the dirt is a whole lot, because this truck is brilliant, and I believe I actually referenced that fact in my review of it as well, because here on the dirt at Sardinia, which of course isn't the biggest of rally tracks, but even so, it was only a couple of seconds off the pace of my actual Group B Toyota 86 rally car. And that is no slouch, that's a quick vehicle. Now, again, it's more so for fun, so any kind of race-winning ability that the car has is just a bonus. It's designed to be bouncing around, to have huge raw power and torque, and to be surprisingly nimble. And it ticks all of those boxes. It's fast, it's beefy, it's powerful, it's fun, it looks mad, and the fun factor is always going to be number one in a build like this. So if you do win races with it, of course that's great, but predominantly I hope you have fun with it. Now as far as the driving style, you want to be really forceful with the vehicle, really power it, steer it heavily into corners, and maybe wait to pile on the power unless you've got the car relatively straight to where you want to go, because it has a tendency to try and pull itself toward the outside of the corner with a bit of understeer, and of course you could address that with the diff if you want to, but I personally like the way it's set up already. So give it a try, hope you have a ton of fun with it, and of course if you want to check out all of my other tunes, including other rally builds, then click here on screen. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.